TWM podcast.
Now let's switch gears and go from Dark Side of the Ring to Total Bellas. Another action-packed episode of Total Bellas. We get a recap of the issues between Nikki and Artem. Nikki's non-pregnancy and them talking about kids. We then see JJ, Nikki and Bree go to the bar to drink whiskey. And the twins argue over shaken soda water. And they argue about being neighbours, and JJ's like, you guys should be shitty neighbours to each other. And Bree decides to find a quiz over who's going to be the better neighbour, because that's normal. And then Nikki instantly makes a rough sex joke, and I just wrote down vintage Nicole, and more proof that Nikki Bella and Kim are pretty much the same person.
Except I'm dating a Canadian, not a Russian.
Same. Both cold. It's moving day, and Nikki tells about a Russian tradition letting a black cat walk through the house, because Nikki is apparently Russian now. They just dress Winston as a black cat, and Winston just doesn't look happy with the entire situation.
Would you be happy with that?
I'm not a dog, so I wouldn't know. If Danny asks me, can you dress as a black cat to walk through our house, I'm going to be like, no. Just no.
I want to make you do it. I will make you do it if she wants you to do it.
Nikki's house looks like every rich person's house, Heather. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
Every person that's rich,
Why?
unless they're like some sort of like basketball man, where they've got like a 46-inch TV in their toilet. Like, every house always looks the same. Bree immediately just looks and goes, none of this is toddler proof. It's not your house.
Oh my god.
It's not your house, Bree, so look after your own child.
Exactly that. It pissed me off, that.
Nikki then FaceTimes Artem, and immediately Artem mugs Nikki off when JJ goes, is that Russian cat thing true? And he goes, no.
I love it.
And then Nikki is happy to have some me time because he's off in Los Angeles. Nikki goes to the OGBYM. While I'm watching this, I swear to God, I was like, if they have a conversation while Nikki's in the goddamn stirrups, I'm turning this off.
It just made me laugh when like she was reading in the change room. It was like, what form of birth control are you on? And she was like, can I write pull out? What the fuck?
On face. Birth control. We could go really, really south with this, and I'm going to stop it here. The doctor talks about having a baby and says at 35 you should freeze your eggs. I don't know about you. Do you think the doctor was like really pressuring Nikki Bella to have a baby?
No. I'll tell you exactly why, because I've actually wrote this down as well, because I knew you was going to ask about this. I have polycystic ovary syndrome, so I have to have kids before I'm 35. And I've seen loads of OBGYNs, and they always say the same thing, because if you want kids, they will always say, why are you not having kids now? Like, what is the situation? They'll ask you like a ridiculous amount of questions, like, are you in a situation where you can? If you're not, freeze your eggs or freeze the embryo, because they don't pressure you into having a kid, but they want to make sure that you don't miss out if you want to have a kid.
Yeah. It was one of those things, like, just from my perspective, it just looked like she was going, why don't you have a baby? Why don't you have a baby? Have a baby! Have one now! It was, the doctor runs through eggs and embryos, but they need Artem's man milk. So cue another awkward conversation with Artem, and the doctor tells her to go think about it. Nikki and Brian, they decide to go buy a pool fence for Nikki anyway, and we find out that Brian cannot swim, which is something genuinely shocking.
I don't know what that was about. I was quite shocked by that. I thought he would be quite a good swimmer.
I don't sound like a dick, but how can a pro athlete not swim? That baffles me.
He's not a swimmer, he's a wrestler.
I know, but still. It's basically the same as like...
He can doggy paddle, so technically he can.
It's the same as like doing the yes chant. Basically, breaststroke. Bree then flexes with her swimming skills. We find out it's 30k for a fucking pool fence. Are you mad?
It's really not. They over exaggerate so much on this program. It drives me insane. It is not 30 grand for a fucking pool fence. If you want a permanent wall fence, you're probably looking at something like 10 grand, because it's permanent. It depends what design you want. But there is no way it will cost you 30 grand to get a pool fence.
Or just keep an eye out on your fucking child.
Or just get a fold-up one for 50 quid off eBay.
And then she just phones Nikki and goes, I found a fence, it's 30k, we'll go halves. And Nikki just goes, no, it's my house.
I actually properly agreed with Nikki here.
Oh, yeah, same.
I understand what Bree's saying. Like, oh, if you have bird over, then there's a chance this could happen. And it actually has happened to my parents. My sister actually did fall in a pool when she was younger and nearly drowned. But they weren't watching her. So you just watch the kid. It's not a difficult situation. Yeah. You're not supposed to take your eyes off children.
Again, Brian, king of sarcastic parenting, mugs off Nikki Bella and just goes, "Oh, there's a Louis Vuitton one," and she half believes him.
That was absolutely amazing.
So funny. Nikki and Artem go shopping, and apparently this is the perfect time to discuss about freezing your eggs while you're picking up vegetables.
As you do.
It's like, yeah, can you go get the cauliflowers? Also, we should really talk about our future birthing plans. What the fuck?
Also, I kind of need your man milk to freeze an embryo.
Yeah, can you pick up some cauliflower, some kale, your man milk? I'm sorry, what? Nikki explains that she's going to freeze her eggs because she doesn't want a baby yet, and Artem doesn't really help matters with this. But then again, he's been completely blindsided with this because they're in the fucking supermarket.
Well, yeah.
And Artem just wants a kid. And I kind of looked at it like, he's on, like, relationship level 3, whereas Nikki is just coming out of level 1.
I'm actually going to explain this, and I've actually got a really, really fucking good way of explaining this. I wrote it down as well. Through my own experience, I know exactly what Nikki Bella is going through. We're the same person, remember? So, because she has been so hurt in the past, she probably really does love Artem, but what's happening is her psychological wall is pushing him away unintentionally. So when she's doing stuff like, I want you to move in, actually I don't. Oh, I want to have kids with you, but I don't know, I want to freeze my own eggs. She's not letting her barrier down with him. That's her problem. We do come to that at the end of the episode. That basically, like, Bree ends up hitting the nail on the head with it. And then Artem says all in. So, oh my god, Bella's and Artem are going to AEW. Confirmed. Artem is upset and Nikki says it's uncomfortable. They don't have the conversation in a pissing grocery store. I feel Artem could have handled it better. However, that's just my opinion. Bella's are at some Arizona wine thing and then a dog nearly kills Nikki. I didn't even realise that was a dog.
Just a small mammal trying to kill.
It was so tiny. I thought it was like a cat or something. Like a really weird animal.
Brie asked JJ and Lauren about the pool fence, and what I love about this is JJ and Lauren go, "No, you're in the wrong." JJ just goes, "Not your house and not your problem. It's your daughter looking after her," and Brie just starts being a dick. Yeah, it's the first time we've ever all agreed with JJ. We're like, yeah, nailed it. Yeah. Like, you got it bang on. The Bellas then take some photos with some blurred out people. I don't know whether that was their face or that was the TV show. What the fuck are eye boogers? Because they kept going on about...
I will explain, because you are a gentleman. When a girl wears a lot of eye makeup, i.e. mascara, eyeliner, anything of the sort, it sometimes all collects in the corner of their eye.
Oh, eye gunk. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, eye gunk.
That makes sense. They then discuss the freezing eggs thing, and Bree brings up that she gets drunk and promises him everything, and then Bree's like, nails it. It's like, you have mad commitment issues because of the men you've dated previously. Was Dolph Ziggler Bree or was that Nikki?
Nikki, I think.
Nikki. Dolph Ziggler and John Cena, par exemple. However, like, it's this, but then also, what she says is bang on, how she does it, because lecturing Nikki is not it, because she just freaks out and shuts down. So, the other key thing is, there's a whole queue waiting for them while they have this conversation. Like 30 people.
It's like, you just talk about your eggs.
Bree thinks Nikki's going to chuck him because she won't commit, and then Nikki makes Bree spill water on herself. Bree and Birdie are then gardening, and Nikki comes over, because obviously they are now neighbours. And that whole pool thing is completely invalid now, because Birdie looks at the pool and goes, no, and sits down away from it. So you didn't even do anything. Birdie knows. You've been immediately mugged off. Bree brings public pool safety guards because she's a psycho.
What the fuck was that?
And then also, why do I imagine this has happened to you multiple times with your sister and her child, where she goes, "You're such a shitty... Oh, sorry. You're such a bad..."
Oh my god, so much.
And then Nikki, just one bang KO. Well, I know child CPR, do you?
Boom, bitch.
And then to show dominance, yeets the signs over the fence. 1-0 Nikki Bella. Artem and Bree meet up for smoothies and gossiping. They discuss the egg freezing issue, and Artem feels left out. And Artem says if she doesn't want kids, then he's out of there. Bree says to him that these conversations are needed, and Artem wants more. He literally wants to spend the rest of his life with Nikki, and Bree says that Nikki needs to clock that Artem is different to the other guys, which is fair. This is accurate.
Which is fair.
We've said before,
very hard.
Artem is a saint.
He is a saint. You can honestly really tell that he loves her.
Yes. Bree tells Artem Nikki wants a 5-carat ring, and Artem with a great line of, "Okay, I'll go sell my liver then."
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I actually looked this up online because I don't like diamonds, but I looked this up, and for a 5-carat engagement ring, you're looking at them starting at $40,000.
It's all important. Artem, it's important to know your worth on the black market because people will buy that liver for good money. Bellas get walkie-talkies, which is a great idea. Nikki Bella decides to call her walkie-talkie handle the Boner Crusher, which should have been a wrestling name.
It should have.
Coming to the ring from Arizona, the WWE Divas Champion, the Boner Crusher. And they make up for the pool incident, and Nikki just goes, "I'm going to buy a temporary pool gate and pool cover." Just talk things out. This is what happens.
It's like they never learn their lesson.
I know. This will happen again next week. Nikki and Artem make breakfast and talk about last week, and they discuss making decisions as long as they talk about it before deciding stuff. And Nikki's just worrying about everything going wrong. And then Nikki's like, "I'm worried you'll pressure me." And Artem just, again, one bang win by going, "When have I ever pressured you into anything?"
Never.
1-0 Artem. And Nikki goes, "Move in with me," again. And Artem's like, "Are you..." Literally, Artem does the John Cena thing. Look through. "Are you sure about that?" And they agree. But they talk about not being on the same page, but compromise in the end. Because again, what do we see? We actually see a proper relationship conversation.
Yay.
On TV. We then see Artem and Bree go engagement shopping. I got so excited that I remembered this happened 4 months ago and I already knew about it. I was like, "Oh, he's gonna get married." And I went, "Oh shit, yeah." No, it happened like in January. I remember seeing it.
November it happened, actually.
Oh, I read online it was January.
Ages ago now, isn't it?
Artem got stressed at the price, but he wants it to be unexpected, and he's stressed they're going to think about it. So that concludes this week's episode of Total Bellas. Next week, Brian and Bree go to a Native American healer, because of course they do, and Artem buys a ring.
Dun, dun, dun.
It has been a emotional episode of Best of the Rest this week. If you want to get in touch with us, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all at TWM Wrestle. Subscribe to us on Apple and Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, TuneIn, Acast, Podbean, YouTube. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe. We are very, very close to 100 subscribers, so thank you very much, please, and thank you, love you. Make sure leave a 5-star rating and review on your podcast platform of choice. The latest episode of Anything But Wrestling is out now. The next episode's out on Monday. Me and Mariah May talk about The Sims, crying in cookery class cupboards, and other weird stuff. We were discussing this, actually. I was on her live stream last night discussing this with her while she was live streaming. It's a very, very funny edition, so check it out. That's coming out on Monday. Sunday will be a review of Double or Nothing, and we're doing loads of stuff for Double or Nothing. You got predictions coming out today. You can go check them right now at twm.news from myself. When this comes out, download it, then go to twitch.tv/TWMWrestle and watch us live sim Double or Nothing. We're going to do all the matches on Fire Pro and talk about the show itself. Kim's going to be there, probably, if she doesn't fall asleep or forget.
I don't fall asleep. Probably if I'm not too drunk to function.
Oh, is that? No, all you got to do is log into... I'll explain afterwards. It's relatively easy. So
okay.
Kim's going to be drunk on if we play Fire Pro.
Yeah, boy.
And then we're going to... Obviously, we'll be live tweeting and covering Double or Nothing as well. We've got loads of stuff coming up. And, actually, check out our Twitter. If it's not after the show, we'll be giving away a code to watch Double or Nothing for free, courtesy of Fight TV. So go and check that out. Ooh, exciting. Kimberly, your social media platforms of choice.
At Kymmie A Kiss on everything that I have.
All of the things. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Friendster, Christian Mingle, Farmers Only, Bebo. Trying to think of others.
Right?
MySpace, LinkedIn.
Oh my god, MySpace.
LinkedIn. That's how we became friends, goddammit.
I know.
LinkedIn. What other... BBC iPlayer, because you need to log in for that now.
BBC iPlayer.
Netflix. YouTube. Probably PS4. Xbox.
Yeah, PS4, that is my handle on PS4.
Wii, Sega CD, Game Boy Color, and those like Fisher-Price computers that toddlers get. Her login is all Kymmie A Kiss and all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I am at Matty ID on Pornhub. Thanks for watching and listening. This has been Best of the Rest. I'm in a weird mood today. It's a Friday and it's really nice outside and we can't go outside.
And it's bank holiday.
And
you're not working. You don't care.
No, I am. No, technically I am working. I am technically on half term next week. And it's a bank holiday. Stay safe. Wash your hand. Don't go to the beach. Don't be a dick. Just sit in your garden, get the paddling pool out, and like spray a hose at your dog or whatever pet you got. It's always funny, as long as you're doing it safely. Thank you very much. Love you. Bye.